This week we're at the 50th anniversary hot air balloon fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Up close on this one.
Right? And it's nice and cold.
What do you think?
It's so crazy. It's so overwhelming. There's so many. But it's so much fun.
This has to be one of the coolest experiences ever. My favorite one, Smokey the Bear.
Everywhere we go, Dylan wants to buy a shirt with Smokey the Bear.
We interrupt this part of the video to let you know that the dogs are now enjoying the outside views while we take in the wonderful balloons. Now back to the feature presentation. Each morning they would start with this amazing drone show in the dark sky. It was just so cool to see what they could do with drones. I think one of our favorite parts was being able to see the balloons during the dark, so it just looked like a bunch of stars twinkling in the sky. This just might be the biggest destination in our entire trip. When we were going through it and initially planning, this was the very first thing that we put on the map, and we had to figure out how to get here and what we were going to do up until October for the Balloon Fiesta. Oh, it says it's a girl.
Oh, they just showed their gender reveal. That's funny. That was a fancy way of doing it.
If I had to describe the fiesta, it would be like a state fair combined with a hot air balloon event. It just blows your mind of how large this is. The field itself is the size of 30 or so football fields long. It's enormous.
We're headed off to our shift today.
It's gonna be fun.
At least we'll get to see balloons up while we're working.
Yeah, today's the special shape radio, so it's all the special shape balloons. We were lucky enough that we were able to volunteer for the festival, so we really got to see the inside of how things worked, meet other volunteers, meet locals, and we just had a fantastic time. One of the cool benefits of being a volunteer is that you get free parking and also free entrance every day to the festival, and even into the music fiesta on the last Saturday of the event. My favorite hot air balloon was the spider pig, as I call it, and here's where you can see it. We quickly learned why it is such a renowned event. It is just breathtaking in every way, and you're just in awe the entire time. It just makes you feel like a little kid again.
Pretty good.
During the fiesta, there was over 600 hot air balloons, of which there was at least 120 special shapes. So those are the ones that look like Smokey the Bear, Spider Pig, When Pigs Fly. So not just your typical hot air balloon. And they just make it so cool. During the 9 days of the festival, it's estimated that over 1 million people came to see it. Now, it doesn't help that this is also the 50th anniversary, so it's much larger. Even though we didn't have the best weather throughout the entire week, we were still able to see each event at least one time, which was really cool. This year's music fiesta was headlined by Cole Swindell, so if you're a country fan, you really had a great time. And yes, he sounds just like he does on the radio. In the evening events, they would do this awesome skydiving show at the end, where people would come down and they're shooting flares out of their feet. They're carrying this enormous American flag, and then they have this giant 50th anniversary Balloon Fiesta flag, which is just really cool to see. Alright, so we're leaving the Balloon Fiesta for the last time, which is crazy because we've
been waiting for this moment for like a year and a half, I feel like.
Yeah, like people talk about you pick out the big things, plan your trip, and then afterwards you kind of fill in the smaller things. Well, this was our biggest thing. And so it's just crazy how fast this whole trip has come and gone. Now we still have a few more weeks until we go home for the holidays to visit family. But it was an awesome time. Words just can't describe seeing the balloons, especially the whole big group of them and stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience of a lifetime.
Unfortunately, tonight it's getting rained out again. We had a lot of rainy weather with a lot of cancellations.
I think total out of the 9 sessions, there was, 3 or 4 days that we actually got to watch them go up.
Yeah, but I'll still take it. Combined, we still got to see every single event, and it was just a great time. We definitely recommend it if you ever get a chance to do it. I know at the end of every video I always say we definitely recommend it, but the Balloon Fiesta really was out of this world. We highly recommend it, and we would really appreciate if you guys would like, subscribe, and stay tuned for next week. We have another sweet adventure coming up.